Hey guys, Zach here. I just wanted to get up on this mic and just riff on a couple of ideas that I have because I haven't been doing this much. I've been sharing most of what I think online with the Iron Council, and sharing my value that way, giving it away to the exclusive brotherhood that is run by Mr. Mickler from Order of Man. If you would like a place where you can meet high achievers and get a network of strong men in your corner, the Iron Council, I would highly suggest it. It's orderofman.com/Iron Council to sign up, and I think sign up is going to be ongoing, man. So you can sign up at any time. It used to be exclusive, only open a few weeks every quarter, and yeah, it's a great place. So I just wanted to give a shout out to that and into the idea that I've been having in regards to why I'm getting on this mic and not sharing the Iron Council. No, there's a difference between sharing your thoughts with a group of high achievers that really care about getting stuff done and sharing it with the common man, and there's outreach that you try to do for people, and people in the Iron Council, they don't want to hear what I have to say that might help somebody that's not progressed far with their life to the level of competency and just overall well-being that thrives and lives and is going strong in the Iron Council, and I see it's a beautiful thing that these men are able to do the things they are. But I wrote a post yesterday and I couldn't post it. I couldn't bring myself to post it because I know it wasn't appropriate for the context of that platform. So I posted it on Facebook. I'll be honest, it caused a little bit of a struggle in my daily routine of what I had going on. I just little subtle attacks from the enemy about just ruining the nice day. It was beautiful weather, but little things culminated. I let the stress get to me, and it just turned out to be like a stressful day, man. And I think that post that I shared yesterday was the cause of that. And so that's where I'm at. I'm not gonna sit here and say the S word like, oh, I'm sorry you guys didn't like what I had to say, because I had to say what I had to say. I said it for a reason, and I stand behind what I said, but I don't really need to be saying stuff that gets me in trouble, man, because that's not something that I want to embark on is trouble. I've got so much to say. I could say so much positive stuff than something that gets me in trouble. That's where I'm at today with that post yesterday. And as far as sharing with the other idea I have, I said, man, there's like a dark side to Facebook that I've been thinking about like exploring into and like checking out, man. Like, cause one of my recommended friends was like this old cat. Like, I hate to be judgmental, but he was like wearing a tie-dye flat bill hat, and like he looked to be like 30, 40 years old, and he was wearing, Grateful Dead fucking shirts and tie-dye pants and stuff, and he looked real skinny, like he'd been shooting up dope. And if you're 30, 40 years old, man, that's the epitome of get your fucking shit together, man. You're a grown man acting like a high schooler. And uh, I guess that's why MGK, he said people don't grow old where he's from. He said they stay young. And I think that's what he means, man. It's like a gentleman like this cat that I saw about recommended friends list. Hey, he had been posted too much, you know what I'm saying? He might be in prison or he might be dead. Either of those two options are highly likely. And it was just a random guy that, I think I remember his first name, but I'm not going to say it. But, yeah, he's either in prison or deceased. And you can definitely see why. And that's really sad that this guy didn't have any males in his life to fucking tell him, like, look, man, like, this path you're going down with drugs and tie-dye clothes and acid and your homeless friends and things like that, you know, and it's not a good path. It's a bad path. That's a bad path to go down. You know, tie-dye clothes and LSD. I mean, like, for the youth in small towns and rural cities and stuff like that, rural communities, like, drugs just take over a small community. And like, once you get hooked on drugs in a small town, you're kind of screwed because there's not much help. There's not much support. I mean, there might be like a drug counselor that comes to the high school like we had. He didn't do anything for you go in there and tell him, yeah, I'm popping pills, I'm smoking weed, I'm doing a little amphetamines, and he writes it down, and then the next day you get drug tested. You take the drug test and fail it, and nothing becomes of that situation. Not like sit a kid down and tell him, look, man, like this path you're on, it's gonna lead you to some suffering, some really bad suffering, and it's gonna mess up your brain and your heart, man. And before it starts, I'm saying these young men need to realize that there's a certain appeal to listening to this electronic music and smoking drugs and shit like that. And yeah, that might be fun when you're 16, you know, but if you're doing that and you're like this gentleman that I saw in this photo, that's just, it just makes me physically, like, I feel something in my stomach that like tightens it and at the same time twists it, like twists my stomach and causes it to just ache. Like my heart aches a little bit for that man in his 40s and probably deceased. I can't lie. Just looked like a loser, like just fucking lost life, and the weakness in his eyes, the weakness and the niceness, the nice guy syndrome, the fucking the complete lack of all sovereignty. He had given up all of his control in his life to the dope man. Like, I'm sure he thought that the dope man was just the coolest thing. I hate to make assumptions, but it's kind of easy because, like, when you're 40 years old and all you do is drugs, like, you don't have much going on up in your mind. So that's why you can just make an assumption about somebody, and it can be pretty close to correct because, like, they're all the same, you know? They're common, they're average, they're easy to predict. if that's you, man, just know it's never too late. You can be that 40-year-old hooked on everything, man. You can be on everything, and you might can like come off that shit and start running and start exercising. That'd be the best thing to do. Make your bed this morning, like Jordan Peterson says. Like, for real, you might feel like you're trapped. Like, there's no way out. But if you make your bed and you clean up your space a little bit today, I'm saying, like, right now, go make your bed, and you're gonna feel better. You did something. That's better than nothing, man. Doing something is a lot better than doing nothing. And I know I've mentioned that in some of my songs, like having something beats nothing, and abundance is just an attitude. Can our existence be endless and other limits of our mind is contingent on circumstances to understand more of unanswered questions we all seek? And contingent circumstances to understand more of contingent circumstances. That's like contingent is like something that you can see happening in the future that's uncertain, but it might happen. So a contingency is is something that might happen in the future, and circumstances are just what's going on around you and within you. So contingent circumstances of consistent chances, like when you break that apart, I know it's just like when I wrote it, I was just trying to have some kind of like, I'm not gonna say I was just trying to sound smart, because I wasn't just trying to sound smart. I was smart, for a 26-year-old, and writing about that, and I still believe in that stuff, man. I still sing that sometimes. Relentless Reality, that song I wrote, and it's a cool thing. Contingent circumstances of consistent chances to understand more of unanswered questions we all seek. I mean, like, that's what it is. We're just trying to understand these things, and God reveals things to us. I know. I believe in God. I do. He's made it abundantly clear. He's revealed things to me that I think normal people just they may have never experienced the things I have, and heard and visualized within the context of their imagination, and that's why they don't believe, or they think it's just scientific, or maybe they were blessed with it, man, and they've had visuals in their thoughts, and they've had audio, you could call them hallucinations, but it's really just your thoughts are verbalized. And how would all of that be possible? How would anything be possible if there wasn't a higher power to create functionality within the spirit of a human being? And I'm not trying to prove God. I'm just going off saying, like, unanswered questions. And you don't have to do the legwork for people. That's something I struggle with. I get on these videos and I go in depth into ideas and stuff. I try not to do too much of the work for people, because like they might need it in the time, but it might not matter coming from me, or they might get a question answered and fucking my ass answered it for them. Like, oh man, like, doing somebody a great disservice. And if I do that for you, I apologize. If I ruin your journey by telling you stuff maybe you should just stop listening to me. But I know back in my journey when I needed an answer, it's not because I wanted an answer. It's because I desperately, within my soul, I needed to know some of these things that I have figured out now as a man later in my years. And it wasn't any weak desire. It was a valid need for my safety and security. The bottom level of my hierarchy of needs. I needed to know everything was okay, and I needed to understand that I didn't have to suffer the way I was. And when later on, went to jail, and yeah, so I'm just proud of the children of my life, my nephews. I'm saying I have 4 male nephews, and they're gonna get strong. A couple of them, they're like 10 and 13 or 11 and 13, and, turning into young men. Man, it's so crazy to see because I get to guide them, and if it's necessary, I know they might listen to this one day, and just know, when I was talking about that kid with the tie dye and the LSD look on his face, like he was just so nice and his proud. He was so proud of himself for being addicted to drugs, man. I think about you guys doing that, and it breaks me. Would really love if you guys would just fight those people. You're above them, man. Be above that. Be above the influence. Don't stoop to the level of a drug addict, man. That's as low as you can fucking get, man. And if you are on drugs and you listen to this, you just stop doing that, guys, because, like, I love you and I don't want to see you go down a path of hobo ship, mental illness, addiction. Your life is going to be way harder. Talent, I love you, buddy, but man, stay away from the tie-dye, stay away from the drug rugs, all of that bogus stuff. You need to get into wrestling and football and things that make you stronger, and learn your guitar, learn your 5/7s, learn your G chord, your C chord, your D chord, and you know how to make a D chord. You put your third finger on the second string, the B string of the third fret, and your first and second finger on the high E string of the second fret, and your first finger on the G string of the second fret. And you just make that D shape, man. And then you can keep your third finger planted. Listen to this, talent. You keep your third finger planted. You can make a G, and you can and your third finger is planted on that B string, man. And you can just switch from the G to the C. That's put your third finger on the fifth string and your first finger on the fourth string. So you just switch D, G, C, and it's 3 different sounds. You can play unlimited songs with just that one chord shape. That's something I wanted to teach you, Tyler, is that chord movement, and get good at that. And it'll be a beautiful thing, man, once you get that down, because you can play so many different sounds. And that's how I'm working on my own self, is just the strum patterns and the tightness of creation of an acoustic guitar. I've been playing various melodies and tunes. Is like, bro, you could do this, and you don't have to be a loser. You could be a winner. You could actually win in life. And so can you, Turner and Thatcher and Dakota. Y'all, you guys are strong, strapping young gentlemen. I mean, ever since you were little babies, you've been strong. Strongest little blockers and stuff I ever saw, man. I mean, I'll tell you what, you guys are uh, keep me going. You guys keep me going, keep me on my toes. But I'm a long-lasting survivor, and I do what I need to do to stay on this earth to protect and provide and preside. Leadership, preside is synonymous with leadership. I lead my family, and I'm not gonna let you guys be the little drug rug fucking. I'd much rather see you like Mr. Micker, and you have you a fucking zebra rug that you shot in Africa on a hunting trip instead of a drug rug. Have a zebra fucking with his head on your rug and your log cabin ass house out on some property, and you can have that. Guitar can get that for you. Football can get that for you. You could be a high school, college athlete if you lift weights. Like young men lift weights and don't smoke weed and don't sniff anything up your damn nose, man. Don't do that. Stay out of pills and keep your nose to the grindstone and out of the damn pills. Listen to Tyler Childers. This gentleman, Tyler Childers, he has some knowledge. He talks about coal miners. You don't want to live in a coal mining town and raise your family in a coal mining town for your boys. Just come up and be a damn coal miner like you. No offense to coal miners. It's a living. It's what they do. But there's more to life than mining fucking coal. I mean, one of the lines in Mr. Childers' song is that this coal miner was mining away, and he started getting this existential idea, like, why is he doing this? And he cries out to the Lord in despair cries out to the Lord. He says, just keep on mining, boy, because that's why you were born. Think about that. Cries out to the Lord, Lord, I'm tired. I'm tired of living with these blues, man. He says, well, these blues ain't tired of you. This coal ain't gonna mine itself, man. And, very functionally, in the context of who he is, you might get an answer like that. That might be what you hear inside of your mind. That might not be how God feels about you. He might see what you're capable of. He might see what you're doing, and your belief versus reality, your potential versus current circumstances are totally miles as far as you are from your sin. East from west to being, man, to the context of everything that is, that could be, in the reality of our higher power is you could be more. I mean, you could take your your current self, and you can train it. You can better your life. You can learn words. You can expand your vocabulary. You can learn other languages entirely and connect with totally different cultures. Our world at large is diverse in the things you can do. Well, you're just staying in your own hometown, and that's why I'm moving to Nashville. I just feel like I've outgrown this town. I hate to leave my family behind, but I'm going to continue making videos like this, sharing my value on my Facebook music page. I mean, this whole reality of technology has really changed the whole landscape of the way we've been doing things. Connects the whole world instantly. Anybody, you could get a hold of anybody you want to it. The thing about the algorithm, man, if you get to connect with a celebrity, if they like your post, it's over with, man. You go into the upper echelons of digital society in your Facebook realm just because a celebrity pressed a button on your page, man. That's how the algorithm works. Who you interact with, what you do matters. And it knows if you're buying meth on your Facebook, man. I'm telling you the truth. If you're using Facebook Messenger to buy drugs, that's why your Facebook's fucked up. That's why your feed is all druggy and shit. Because you interact with a whole bunch of dope smokers and do dumb shit. That's why your Facebook's dumb. That's why you're dumb. That's why you're a dumb person. That's why you need to change your life or read a book. But besides that, the reason why I'm moving to Nashville is because I love music, man. And that's the music capital of the world. Look at what I'm doing with my chance. I'm only 33 years old. I have a lot of life ahead of me. And I heard a Machiavellian saying, you gotta have success by the time you're 30 or else your life is wasted. And that's just not true, man. I mean, it would be very easily for me to go into that mode of thinking and think I'm far superior because I got it as a young man. And I'm not, man. I'm just a normal guy. I just had hard circumstances. I happened. This is not a God-given situation that I have found myself in. It just happened. The only reason I'm better is because I started doing something and you can too. That's the whole thing I'm trying to say is you can do something and don't think like I'm an idol. Cause I'm not. I'm just a normal fucking shithead, knucklehead like you. And I started doing this, and I started having a certain level of abundance that I established within my life and my addiction. I started being more conservative and saving my money, and I've got money saved up. I'm not gonna tell you about that, but you know I have what I have, and it'll be nice. I'll be okay when I move to Nashville. I know I will be okay. Yeah, so I enjoyed speaking upon this podcast. Short little message about 28 minutes in, 27:48, and I don't want to ramble on too long. But I know some people might get value from just hearing me talk because I do have a pretty established life within Bloomington Normal, and that's only gonna advance my community support and my community influence when I move to Nashville. Cause I'm gonna be on the streets playing guitar and I'm gonna be talking to people, man, and building relationships and getting involved in churches and recovery centers and getting involved with the recovery community and well, it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun in Nashville, and I can't fucking wait for this music capital. And Mr. Kid Rock, I think, lives in Nashville, and I just wanted to make all peace and safety and reassurance and encouragement of that man and his whole persona in Nashville as being a OG and stuff. And say I respect that man. And the one thing I want to do is just earn some respect. You don't have to just give me your respect or your trust, but if I could do something to earn your respect, maybe just be a real motherfucker, real tough fucking motherfucker, and who really does this stuff. And Mr. Kid Rock and a few other folks from Nashville that are in the upper echelons of society. It's just like I would love to add value to that situation any way I can, and I have value that I can add. I'm a valuable motherfucker to have around. And that's why I think it's going to be such a beautiful thing, because the admiration and appreciation, which is a recognition and enjoyment of the good qualities in something or someone. So the thing I'm saying is that there's this level of peace and joy in the world, and I have that to approve of upon people. I can approve of this joy upon you, Mr. Kid Rock, and you can approve on it back, and that's all love. That's all love and admiration for your strength and how you are as a person, and that's what I would like to share with a lot of people in Nashville. Is just tell them that we're just human beings doing life, and we actually have some. We live in a music city, man, and we're musicians. That's why we have so much abundance. That's all that is. But shit, I rambled on long enough, man. I'm just gonna get up off this mic, and I might post this, but word to Theo Vaughn up in Nashville, Kid Rock, fucking who else is there? There's the Red Clay Strays, Benjamin Tyler, all those cats. I see you on YouTube, but I look up to, man. You guys are all awesome, man. I would love to just share some of my love and experience the strength to help with you gentlemen. And if you could accept me up into that, just maybe jam with me. That'd be cool. Just to get to jam with some of these heroes I have, and I don't put them on pedestals, but they're cool people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really excited to move to Nashville and see all of this artistry, and just some wonderful musicians, and get a chance to collaborate. Collaboration occurs naturally on the streets. Just I guess there's just people walking around with instruments and busking and jamming on the streets, and you just walk up and you collaborate musically, you connect musically with someone. It just happens naturally, as naturally as a conversation happens in a different town. Music collaboration has happened, and that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. Thank you.